What's going on YouTube? Tyler here with False Neutral Media, alongside me, co-host, my brother, Trevor. And we just had the first round of SMX at Charlotte.
Part of it.
Part two, yeah, we just had half the race of SMX, round one at Charlotte. At what was it? Z-Max Stadium?
ZMAX Dragway.
Dragway. Gotcha.
Something like that. I don't know.
Anyways,
it sounds like a gas station pill. If you
like a boater pill. Next
ZMAX Rhino Racing Arena. I don't know what they're fucking called anymore, man. Hey, hi everybody. What up, YouTube? This race, I'm gonna be loosey-goosey with it because this race was
loosey-goosey.
Fuck it, man. What's wrong with a couple riders getting hit by lightning? We're already making them do the craziest shit ever. Dude, Chase Sexton's already uncomfortable on the bike. We might as well put some lightning in there, right? Maybe he'll become a demigod or something.
Right.
Who knows? Maybe somebody will get electrocuted on their dirt bike and will turn into a superhero or some shit.
I mean,
I don't fucking know, dude.
I love, joining the Peacock to wait for, the broadcast to start. So you're sitting in there 10 minutes of listening to the song, getting hyped up. Sure, it's annoying, but then it's like, yes, it's about to start. This time, waiting for the delay, waiting while the delay is going on. I've never hated that song so much, and all the ads that came with it. My God. But you know what?
Dude, the beautiful thing about delays that I'm finding is how quickly the moto community becomes 14-year-old girls waiting for High School Musical to premiere. You get what I'm saying? Like, the way you just described that is, I'm picturing full-grown men sitting there and being like, if I have to hear this for one more minute, they turn into Macho Man Randy Savage. If I gotta hear it, it's gonna be bad, okay?
You're gonna be in a cage with me for 2 minutes of playtime.
Speaking of 2 minutes of playtime, let's talk about the 251 moto we got, shall we?
My gosh. Yeah, the one and only moto. We had awesome racing. PC Kawasaki, we had Haymaker do amazing up front, leading the way. Joe Shimoda going down, trying to make that pass. I know that there's one guy that always talks about freaking tough blocks because he's promoting tough blocks. Joe got too close. He clipped the tough block. It wasn't in the way. Nothing. He got a little antsy, got a little excited. He was on a roll. He was hammering down and clipped the tough block, and he still had 16 minutes to go. Deegan was still in the back fighting mid-pack. I think if Joe just took a little more time, a little more patience to strategize a better move, find his lines like he's been trying to do, I think he just went in a little excited. But I think I was bummed with that.
I think he also underestimated Hammaker.
Oh, 100%.
I think he was like, look, dude, in motocross this year and supercross, I was able to make my way around you when I needed to, whenever we faced off, right? I think he was like, this is going to be an easy pass. And it might have been a bit easier, not pushed him to the inside if Hammaker hadn't held his line. But good on him. He held his line, pushed Joe to the inside. He clipped the tough block. He got up and tried to make his way back. I mean, we look at the lap times. Joe Shimoda with a 156 over the faster lap times, or the fast lap times of Seth Hammaker's 157 and Hayden Deegan's 158. So Joe's showing us that he has the speed, right?
Oh, absolutely. He does.
He's got the speed to compete. He's also demonstrated to us he's got the fucking starts. Doesn't matter if they're dumb split starts. Like,
oh my God,
I'm just waiting for somebody, dude. All it takes is a throttle cable just getting caught, and like that little mound of dirt, that little mound of dirt you made is about to be an excellent ramp to just decapitate the whole. Like, I just find it bro, when I'm looking at these SMX tracks, I looked at this one and just went, brother, even if it wasn't raining, you could not pay me to ride that. One,
It
I'm
was
not good enough. Two,
scary.
those ruts looked so fucking deep that I was like, it looks like they put a little bit of dirt on an asphalt and went, it'll sort itself out. And
Dude,
it
there was
didn't.
dirt, a little bit of
Dude,
sawdust yeah, sand, dirt, and stuff. And then what
wood
was it?
chips,
Thursday, yeah.
cement.
On Thursday, I guess it rained, and then they added some on there, and it just, dude, it just turned into clay. So that's why you
Yeah.
saw a lot of those guys. They were saying, James, I love hearing James on the broadcast and how he's just trying to explain. You know, it goes from a freeway to down in that deep stuff. It's like clay. So you saw the riders speed and then slow down almost immediately. I mean, look at what happened to a lot of the guys during whether it was press day or qualifying. Um, People were going over the
Yeah.
bars because of that. Juju
Yeah.
Bomir had a nasty crash. He's going to be out probably. I did see a post that he was walking around, so I'm glad that he's okay. But after he had that concussion, I actually was surprised that he was, got the green light to race that soon. I know it was a, 2 week period, but I still feel just for what these guys do, and I think a couple races before that he was out too because he had a concussion at another like Thunder Valley or something like that. I could be wrong. You guys could, correct me in the comments, but no, yeah. And then Garrett Marchbanks went down
Yep.
as well in
Hard.
Moto 1. I'm trying to think of what moto it is.
Yeah, dude. And we also had Seth Hammaker ate shit during qualifying, right?
Yeah,
And stuff. Like this track was
it
eating people
was
up. Tomac
crazy.
lost the front end in that big rut. In the 451 moto we got to see. It I'm sorry, dude. I was looking at the track and I was like, I get people are like, we deserve to see a wreck. And I get it, dude. I
Oh yeah.
fucking agree. I think if you paid a subscription, you got fucking swindled, dude. Rain or shine, they get paid. I saw that on a comment and went, that's real. Because it's this, dude, the location the race is at is known for having humid rain, thunder, and lightning storms. You pick the location, you pick the time of year, I don't know a way around that. Pick a different track. But Trevor, the logistics, I don't know, dude. These are industries. These are companies with more money than you and your family will see in a lifetime. If anyone could figure it out, it's not us, brother. It's
Right.
them.
Yeah.
But hey, you've got people like Deegan or Tomac or any writer that wants to go, hey, I'm not going to lie. That shit was sketchy as hell.
Yeah. A lot of riders
And
are
then,
saying
of
it was
course,
sketchy.
we're watching it. Yeah, dude, it is a little sketchy. We've been talking recently about the dangers of the scene right now in the professional sphere. It's very real. I'm watching more dudes fold themselves like a lawn chair at the Shoreline Amphitheater than ever before. Do you get what I mean? I'm watching people get tossed from their motorbike, their motorcycle, like Venom tossing a goon in the Marvel movies. Do you understand? In speaking of people getting in incredibly difficult crashes and coming back, yes, we got one moto. But in that moto, we got an Austin Fortner top
Dude,
5 motherfucker.
that was awesome. Let's
Motherfucker.
go.
Yes. Yes.
I'm so
Good
stoked,
start.
dude.
Was fucking nailing it. And it's like, yeah, dude, did he get maybe a little tired as all the fast dudes were pushing up again? Yeah, but he was showing some fight. And
Yep.
you know what, dude? For a dude who's been trying to get back up into the top 5, I was happy with what we got to see. I was
Oh,
happy with Joe
absolutely.
Shimoda. Cole Davies, I think, is still kind of trying to find his way back, but he's looking good. His
Yeah.
starts are really good. if he can keep it up, I think there's some talent and tangible work ethic that can be expanded upon by him in the future when
Oh yeah,
we head to St.
definitely.
Louis. Um,
St.
but
Louis.
St. Louis, whatever people want to say, I don't fucking know, dude. I'm from California. Everybody thinks we don't pronounce everything right anyway. So who cares? Who fucking cares, dude?
Yeah.
Fucking half a race. I don't fucking know, man.
Well,
I'm
Biala
grasping at straws here. I'm sitting here going, and yeah, these riders all did good, but this is the first time we're seeing them on the SMX track. It's different than Supercross. It's different than Motocross. We got it. We know. We
Yeah.
fucking know.
It was more motocross vibes
It was
at
more
that track.
hold on and fucking pray, dude.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
what it looked
those
like.
lips and some of those jumps, I
Yeah,
was sitting there like watching some clips from everyone that was in there that filming that I know, and I was sitting there like, oh my God.
that little dip cavity. While I'm sitting there going, that's fucking awesome. I'm watching them hit it, and I go, this looks so sketchy for
Yeah,
all of them. Like
yeah.
every part of that track there. And now we're heading into this section, and I could hear the rider's inner monologue through the screen of being like, help, 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 as they're maneuvering these massive ruts, dude. And I'm like,
Oh yeah.
that's crazy that this is the first moto of the day. And this is what the track looks like. And then they're like, next up is the 450s. And I'm like,
Even the 450
okay,
guys getting into 450s.
well,
Um,
let's get into it, dude.
well, yeah, 250s I thought was a good race, and
Yep.
congrats to Deegan taking that first win. But yeah, going
Yep.
into 450s, it was awesome. One, to see AP, he was at the track, signing autographs, hanging out with fans and stuff, and he is still obviously saying that he's dealing with some health stuff, trying to just feel better, and he wishes that he was there, and we're gonna see him Supercross 2026, hopefully. And he also did say if he asks his wife if he gets the cleared to ride again, while SMX is still going, he might be at Vegas. So it would be really cool to see him at Vegas. But in all honesty, AP, just get healthy, man. Go
Get
into
healthy.
go into 2026 strong, refreshed, and regained and more motivated than ever. I think that would really help him, because right when you go in, it's a SMX. It's not even gonna be Supercross. No training for no training, no, not really any bike time, as far as we know. Maybe he has,
Right.
like, putting around for photo shoots and stuff, because I know Thor did a thing anyways. But yeah, I think he should come in 2026 just fresh start, healthy.
Whatever, as somebody who's just coming from, recovering from a medical emergency I was dealing with the last couple of months, rather take all the time you need, come back when you're healthy, because when you're healthy, you've been fucking ripping. So
Yes,
I
exactly.
think if any moto fans disagree, fuck, dude, we want to watch these guys battle because they're the best of the best. We don't want to watch them grind themselves into nothing. You get what I mean? If your health's bad, take care of it. Take care of it. We want to see you on the bike healthy. That's
Yeah,
that's my take on it, right?
100%.
But 450s, man.
Jet. Jet.
Who would have thought?
You could tell, like, dude, he's just so sweet. That track was so sketchy, but even he was having some issues. He made a couple
Sure.
mistakes, but they were so small, like little mistake, like almost washing the front, or getting a little off track just with the ruts and everything. But I mean, dude, just to have any bike, whether it's 250, 450, that track, like we said, is just absolutely sketchy. Plus the power on a 450. I mean, yeah,
Mhm.
you're able to hit that some of those jumps a little easier, a little better, but there were some jumps that were so close together that I was just like, oh my gosh. Plus the traction, like we talked about with the clay, the dirt. Um,
Mhm.
No, but I thought, Jet looked awesome. He was definitely cruising. I thought he was just riding it safe, playing it safe. He wasn't showing us the speed that he normally has. He was just out there flowing. And he
Right.
had a 3 second. I do believe this is the first time we've seen him at least have a 3 second, like, gap.
Mhm.
But at any time someone um got close a little bit, he'd make that gap. I mean, Tomac was in second for the longest time before going down, and he was even
Right.
looking good. But he even said himself, dude, this track is sketchy. So what are your thoughts
Mhm.
on kind of Tomac being in second for that long? Do you think we're gonna see more of him in the next coming races for SMX battling Jet?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that by just logistics alone, right? If we're looking at lap times, right? Top three all pulled in their fastest lap time, or I guess top five pulled in their fastest lap times on the sixth lap. Okay.
Yeah.
All of them were putting in a 158, right? The fastest was Tomac by milliseconds,
Mm,
right? They're all there. They're all there. Them having it down by the sixth lap being their fastest lap time of the race. I'm not talking about qualifying. I'm talking about the race, which is what we're talking about. Tomac is showing he has the speed to keep up. He has the speed to keep up. He has the speed to battle. I think Tomac is going to be up there. Hunter has the speed to go 1-2 with Jet. He got fourth behind Tomac. Tomac went down, got passed by Sexton, but he still kept it up, right?
yeah.
He still kept it up, kept charging, didn't get passed by Hunter, right? And stayed true to it all the way to the checkered. Now, I do believe that we didn't get to see the end of the race, right?
Oh
It was
yeah.
just kind of a trust me, but
Trust me, Jet
it
won.
we're just looking at lap times, we're looking at all that stuff and looking at it. Yeah, dude, the top of the competition's all there, right? The
Yeah.
competition in the 450 class is there, right? If Jet is just coasting in and people are like, that's him coasting, sure, him coasting, he's still within competition range of the other riders. That's not a testament to Jet. That's a testament to the other riders that are like, hey, we're willing to go the distance it takes to battle him. So I think we are
Absolutely.
going to see some battles if we can get some full races in. Moto 1s and Moto 2s for the overall are needed because we're seeing, what would have happened if Chase had got a better start? I don't know, right? And I'm
Yeah.
not a huge Chase Sexton fan. I'll give credit where it's due. Dude was riding good.
Yeah.
Dude was riding good. I don't see a reason why we can't have the battles. I feel the same way about the 250 class. I think if Joe and Hayden were out there and Joe didn't go down and passed, for the lead and didn't go down, we might have seen the battle we've been fucking waiting for
Yeah.
with Deegan having to charge back up and then battle Joe on that 2 lap difference, right? That he battled, if I want to get it right, oh my gosh, I always confuse it, Hammaker. But instead, that didn't happen. With that being said, right, it's the same thing in the 450 class. We don't know what could have happened Moto 2, right? We don't know. So that's kind of where we're at is, well, Trevor, how does the 450 class and the 250 class look? They look exactly how we thought they would.
Exactly. Yeah.
They look pretty much exactly how we thought they would. The the head hunters are up at the top, right? And around like sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth is where we're starting to see people bouncing around. Other than that, right? We're seeing the same thing. If not, I think the only anomaly is we're seeing Justin Cooper with, you know, the red plate lower. Do you
Yeah.
get what I mean? He finished in 11th. Could that have been the trick? I don't fucking know. Right? Trevor, how does SMX look? I couldn't tell you. Probably relatively the same as Supercross and Motocross has been as we've seen in the past. I think we're going to see Jet go out there try and put a stomp on the competition. Chase is going to go off after him for glory. And I think Tomac's going to be doing everything he can to stay in the mix with Hunter.
With
That's what I see
Roxon
happening.
on the Kickstart Yellow Machine.
And he's looking good. He's
Putting up
looking
a
good,
fight.
dude.
Yeah.
He's got good starts. He's getting out there. I think he's a good foil for Hampshire right now. And I think it'll just make Hampshire faster. But on the topic of that, we could get into little rumors, little hearsays that have been going around.
Little chirping.
Where little chirping, little government drones, aka birds, I won't expand. Say, I'm just saying, dude, when the government shut down, I followed a bird for half a mile on foot. As I was saying before, I was interrupted by my ADHD. We're hearing some chirping. And of course, we've talked about this where people are going, the Jet Lawrence and Hayden Deegan rivalry. There are some talks. I saw some stuff I can't verify. I never talked to the kid.
Allegedly.
Your Honor, let me present my case to the court. May I?
Yes.
This would be better if you had a powdered wig. Your Honor, I want to lay claim to the fact that my client here, Hayden Deegan, is making very valid points in the rumor of alleged gossip. But when he said, everybody's counting me out for 450s, but I was crushing RJ Hampshire and he's top 5, how do you think I'm going to do? I went, my bad, dog. I was unfamiliar with your game. That's a beautiful comeback to the haters. Truly, if it is real, a true, very accurate statement of going, hey, man, on the 250s, it wasn't a competition for me with him. He's getting regularly up in the top 5, if not podium area.
Yeah.
How do you think I'm gonna do? Makes me go, oh, how the turns have tabled. I'm back in.
Dude, because I even said a couple times the past couple podcasts that, dude, when Hayden goes to 450, we're going to see him basically getting better. It's the first year is going to be a learning curve. You know, and so I'm not gonna. I don't have any expectations on him. Like trying to win, should win, has to win, is going to win. Like nothing. Like I know for the first year he's going in to learn, and I even said, dude, I see him though as a top 5, top 10 rider. But then when you brought that up to me, it's more of a top 5 now after hearing him
more
say
of a top 5. Sure.
Yeah.
I could see it.
Definitely. I mean, at least up there battling. If these guys end up passing him, he's still up there. And he'll still be, as you say, beating your favorite rider.
Yes, more than likely.
And
like
I didn't
for
even
instance,
think of
if your favorite rider is Cooper Webb, I've got bad news for you. I see Hayden stomping Cooper Webb into the ground. I don't know what to tell you. That's just what I'm seeing. If it comes to motocross, yes, Cooper Webb is losing to Hayden Deegan. I'm sorry. I think Cooper Webb would be like, yeah, Supercross, I may have more of a battle on my hands. Motocross, good luck, brother. You go do that. I'm good. I'm not saying this to fucking diss riders. I'm saying it is. But the difference between Hayden and RJ is RJ didn't go into the 450 class with anybody having expectations. He's also more reserved and he uses his energy real wisely.
Yeah.
Real wisely. We've seen RJ Hampshire being up there and riding a little out of his comfort zone. He takes it down a notch and preserves a top 5. I think Hayden's going to have a problem adjusting a little bit because he's going to want to go. And it's going to be a little bit different when you're not the only 450 on that track.
Yeah.
There's going to be everybody that are wanting to go, go, go. And you have to be smart about it, right? And I think that's where, Cooper Webb and the likes of him and Justin Cooper bring good race IQ that I don't know if Hayden really will adapt very well to on the 450. It is a lot of power, which means those little, oh shit, I almost lost it scrubbing by Levi Kitchen and saved it. That's not going to be very easy in a pack of wolves, all 450s.
Yeah.
It's going to be sketchy. So I think what we're going to have to see is Hayden taking the time to really diligently riding that 450 before he goes up in motocross and understands where he can really give it all he has and where he can be like, it's better for
Conservative.
me to learn in this moment.
Yeah.
RJ's really good at that on the 450. 250, he was, I'm
On it.
going.
Yeah.
450, he's like, wait a minute, I can do this if I'm smarter with my energy, smarter with my passes, and he's looking good. But what
Yeah.
Hayden says does still stand.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy wasn't competition for me in a huge way. Like people consider Cole Davies to be my rival. It was
Yeah.
never like that with me and
Yeah.
RJ. We're also seeing, dude, and I'm going to say this, I really, really want to see Cole Davies get faster. I think
Oh,
him getting this
for
injury
outdoors?
after, yeah, but what I'm saying is seeing him take that injury on his rookie season when he was doing so well, it takes a toll to the mental state, it takes a toll to the body. My big hope is that we see Cole Davies take SMX and Supercross to kind of find his equilibrium again so that by the time motocross comes, we can really see a good showing. That's
Yeah.
about all I have to say, about all of it. And
And
if you have any thoughts.
yeah, kind of like on that too. A lot of these riders, we've mentioned it before, some of them like you kind of mentioned with Cooper Webb and then Cole Davies and stuff, like there's guys that love and ride supercross only and
Mhm.
just do outdoors for the points to, because whether it's a little more or whatever, like more money in the pocket and
Sure.
points to SMX. But then you got riders that are more outdoorsy, that and that are
Mhm.
somewhat decent or good at both SX and MX. But I mean, I've seen Davies in person at
Mhm.
Hangtown at Prairie City, and for even one of the qualifyings when before he went to Star and stuff, you know, Parker Ross was there and Enzo Timmerman were there, and I mean, they were in front of him on the outdoor track. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And then he goes into SM or Supercross this season and slowly started putting it together. So he's just going to be an threat,
Menace. Yeah.
absolute threat next year.
Mhm.
So I'm excited for that because he is a fast learner. He learns very quick. But then seeing him his first round back with outdoors, like I didn't want to have too much expectations. You said this yourself because we've
Yep.
never seen him ride, and I've seen him in person, but
Mhm.
I've never seen him ride besides like clips that Star or him posts and stuff like that. Not saying he's bad at outdoors or anything like that. Trust me,
It's a
I'm not
learning curve.
bashing anyone at all.
Mhm.
Riders love what they love and would rather do what they would rather do and feel comfortable. But
Right.
no, yeah, he learns really fast. And then, he placed kind of low the first race back, but then he came back to, I believe it was, yeah, not Red Bud, sorry, the last race, I'm totally
Bud's
spacing.
Creek.
Bud's Creek, and he was a monster. he
Yeah.
he was riding awesome. So it's like, maybe during that time, even when I see it, like, because I've seen him ride at out, like, motocross and stuff at like little events, and he is fast. So maybe he was just like having an off day, who knows, it doesn't even matter. Look at him now. But
Mhm.
no, I think it's all a personal preference to what they like. I know this next round for SMX, it's gonna be a little more supercrossy. So this one was a little more motocross, which was weird with the sections that they kind of had. And then this one's going to be more supercross, or maybe it's vice versa. Who knows? We'll find out. That's just kind of what I was hearing on the broadcast with James and Ricky. So I thought Chase rode absolutely phenomenal. Kenny rode amazing too. I do hope, like, yeah, we see a lot more battles like we did, because I mean, even though Jet was, you know, holding out a certain speed and pace to play it safe, a lot of those guys were on it, and but doing the same thing because everybody wants to beat Jet. I mean, Hampshire, like you said earlier, like he would look phenomenal. Fifth, 5th on the day. I again, dude, it just bums me out because we didn't see a second moto. We couldn't see maybe Tomac come back for redemption and possibly win it, or Chase, or see where Hunter maybe could have been. You know
I'd
what
even
Joe
throw RJ
Shimoda.
in there. Yeah,
Well, no, that's what. Yeah,
in all of them. Yeah,
Handmaker,
and,
like for 250s, like all those guys. Yeah, RJ,
and
everyone.
yeah. And my final thing that I have to say on it is, if I'm a manufacturer in this series, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with the way that this was handled.
I mean, dude,
That's just me watching it. Could you imagine being Honda with Joe Shimoda after that first race and going, all right, let's put it together. We can do this. And then it's like, all right, we're going to call it, and the winners are the winners. And it's like, fuck, man. No chance. Sucks.
yeah.
But we'll
I
see
mean,
what happens next week.
yeah, for the broadcast, it didn't look like it was raining too hard. I mean, but it was dumping. I did see Dean Wilson's story,
Mr.
and
Worldwide.
it was absolutely dumping. So it would have been not only like with the thunder and lightning, but I do see, like, one, how the track was set up. It would have been an absolute disaster. Sure, they could have taken, you know, one of the tractors out there, shaved the lips, made it more, you know, better, but they also had another event. That track, the facility, the raceway, had another event that this, you know, this weekend. So I think they didn't want to make a crazy mess that they had to clean up even more, so the bikes wouldn't track mud out of the stadium like San Francisco 2 years ago. That was insane, and the city hated it. So I think they were avoiding, you know, any mess that they could have bring to the stadium before their event for more cleanup, so they could get the next round ready. One, the track would have been just so incredibly gnarly with that mud. It was dumping. The fans would be miserable. I don't care who you are. I would be miserable if it was pouring rain watching two 20-minute motos soaking fucking wet. With humidity and shit. Like, it would still suck. So I'm not too mad that it was canceled, but I think if they didn't wait as long as they did with that delay, I think they could have reshaped something, made it a little more safer, and said, let's go before, you know, there's always a will and a way. And we've never had any issues. Lightning. Cole Davies, I don't know if you saw when we were waiting for the delay. Cole Davies was actually, it made the whole broadcast better. He was doing stuff behind Deegan.
Yeah.
In his interview, they were just having fun waiting.
Hearing over here, we got to cut it short. Fortunately, nobody's going to get refunded for this podcast, but I got to cut it short. I've got thunder happening and lightning right outside my window, and I heard it, whether you heard it or not. And as a fan who sat in San Francisco and let rain pour down on him while I watched Tomac fucking kick ass year after year. Sorry, Concord. Sorry your race got canceled. Over here, we sat in the miserable cold, but we didn't have any lightning. And I'm sorry. But we got to cut this podcast short because it's getting close. I
Leave
have
a
to turn off
like,
my
leave a
PC.
comment, share. We will see you after St. Louis. It's going to be awesome. And yeah, make sure to sub.
Yippee.